Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. So this is Big Woody Island, and two ways we could have gone from here. I could have gone down the back of it, but it's a falling tide and it's quite shoal down the back. I probably could have got through, but we've decided to come down the eastern side. We're in no hurry and it just keeps me in deeper water. And we'll have a bit of tide pushing us along the side of Woody here. Pretty narrow channel getting in, and you want to watch your nav if you're going to do this trip. Keep that wrap around it, you'll be able to control it a bit. But don't hold it too tight or I won't be able to pull it out. Okay. Yeah. So that's Burrum Heads, you can see in the distance. We've had a good ride with the tide out of Harvey Bay from Urangan across, so we've got a good lift off that, but we're going to get here at about low tide. So I've looked at the charts, there should be enough water. They're saying that there's a couple of metres at low tide, which would be plenty for us, but we'll have a look at it and see if we can sneak in on the low. Otherwise, the weather's not too bad. We could just anchor out in Harvey Bay for a couple of hours and wait for it to get deep enough, but I think there should be enough for us to get in, and it'll be a good litmus test for if I want to do it again, or if you guys want to do it. Doing it at low tide, you'll know what the least amount of water is that you can do it on. So we'll get this sail down in a minute and get set up to cross into the Burrum River. There's a low tide entry into the Burrum River. Got down to about 2 metres on the bar, and inside there was a couple of spots where it got down to 1.8, so I'm not sure if I was out of the channel or the channel's moved. I think it might be a bit different than where it's marked, but yeah, a couple of spots at 1.8, that's about as shoal as we've got. And this is right at the bottom of the tide, so if you give it a bit of water, you should have enough, unless you draw a lot. Anyway, we'll get up to the anchorage up here, anchor the boat and go and have coffee. Where we going, Mon?
Going for coffee.
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 I'm hanging for one this morning too, before it rains again. What's this, Mon?
Yummy, that's what that is.
Well, with all this wet weather, mold's a really big problem. So I'm just going over underneath the brow with just a chamois and some vinegar and water. So knock it down a bit. If you let it get going, it gets really atrocious. So it's good to keep up with it. I haven't done this for a while, but just one of the little jobs you got to do if you want to keep your boat looking all right. And I always like to do this because when I do it, it allows Mon to meditate and do a bit of colouring. Colouring in. Well, it's been a rather large day today. It's got carried away, polished all the timber inside, just wiped it all down. I think with all the rain we've been getting, a bit of mould starts growing on everything. I did all of the ceiling liners and outside the boat yesterday, and today I just got to all the walls and wiped them all down with a bit of oil and cleaned them all up. So it's looking pretty good inside. And Monica, what did you do?
I vacuumed.
Good girl.
And I read the paper.
So we're up on the news anyway, that's great. Well, it's Labor Day, Monday, holiday, and at last I think the rain's gone. We've got a bit of sun out, a bit going in through the solar panels. Might not have to run the genset today, and we're just going over for coffee. So yeah, it's good that we've got a bit of better weather. and got all the washing hanging up to dry as well. Fantastic, let's go and get a coffee. I've taken a little walk today, walked up to some other shops in Burrum Heads, and this is where the pharmacy is. In this group of shops, what is there? Hairdresser, I don't need it yet. Pathology, medical centre. So a few shops here if you take a little walk. It's only probably about a K from the river. So coffee done and dusted, what's the plan for today?
I'm cooking.
Cooking? Baking?
Baking.
Ooh, might have to film that.
I don't think so.
Carnivore treats.
Cheesecakes.
Carnivore cheesecake.
Carnivore cheesecakes, thanks to Frog. The recipe. So we'll try that out today with some monk fruit sweetener.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Well, this is the end of our 5th day in the Burrum River, and it's been a pretty good stay. We had a really wet one for a start, but yeah, the rest of the days haven't been too bad. Today we went up to the tavern with Steve and Julia, friends from Harvey Bay. They're getting their boat ready to head north as well. Another month for them, I think. But what we're looking at doing is getting to Bundaberg. I've booked into the marina for tomorrow night, and we may leave very early in the morning, like about 12 o'clock, if the wind drops out. There's a little bit of wind around at the moment, but it's showing signs of easing, so we'll have high tide about midnight. So once the tide's turned, if the wind's not there, we might just skip up the Bundy when it's a little bit calmer. About 5 hours, I think, to the Burnett River. So we can run the tide up there with the tide running out as well. So that's the plan. We'll just settle in, watch a movie tonight. We've just had a light dinner after having a big lunch, and yeah, we'll just settle in for a bit of a movie and see what happens. We might be leaving tonight. Picked a movie out yet, Mon?
No, boy, I'm in my jammies.
You're in your jammies. I'm only showing your face. Well, it's 10 o'clock. The wind's down 7 or 8 knots. The tide's running out. And I think we're going to make a mile. We'll get there probably about 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have a bit of a sleep, go in and get some fuel and be in the marina. So it'll be more pleasant doing it this time of night than doing it tomorrow when the wind's supposed to get up to around about 19-20 knots. So we'll do it now. Let's get going. Mon's already in the jammies. She's ready for bed. We're going to have an early one tomorrow. This is our last day in the room. We've been 2 days here. One day doing a lot of washing. We spent a day in the laundry. And the next day, today, we went into Bundaberg and did a bit of shopping, got a few things we had to organise. Caught up with some friends for lunch, which was great. And yeah, now we're ready to go. So water's on, garbage is off. All I've got to do is unplug the shore power, drop the lines, and we're gone. And we're thinking about going at about 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll just see what the wind's doing then. And
I can't wait.
You can't wait?
Till 3 a.m.
I'm
so excited about 3 a.m.
She's joking.
Nothing better than getting out of bed in the middle of the night.
Or you can stay. You can stay in bed, and I'll start the engines quietly.
Like last time.
Anyway, won't be a bad time to start, but if it's calm, we'll do it at 3 a.m. Otherwise, we might wait till daylight. There's going to be a lot of boats going tomorrow, I think. There's probably 7 or 8 boats anchored up in the river, and there's quite a few boats in the marina that are heading off tomorrow, so I think it's going to be a bit of an armada.
An
armada. Anyway, we'll get up there, and looks like being really good for a couple of days at Mussy, so we'll enjoy that. It's another early start from Bundy. We're heading out to Lady Musgrave Island and need to get there in the middle of the day so we can find our way in. We explore this magnificent coral atoll on the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef. After a couple of days, it's off to Pancake Creek and a pretty good walk up to the lighthouse. Hope you've enjoyed this one, dudes. See you next week.